Okay, it's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we got a beer from Birrificio Sant'Andrea, and it is a bottle of their Mozkito Sexy Summer Beer, coming in at 4% ABV. Let's get this beer out then into a glass and see what we get. There's the bottle cap, Birrificio Sant'Andrea. Italian beer then, sent by our channel sponsors, beersofeurope.co.uk. Beersofeurope.co.uk are the largest online beer store in the UK, and they've got the largest store down in Norfolk. They're a big, huge beer shop if you're ever down that way and you fancy kind of picking up something neat. And if you're not round that way and if you want to pick something a little bit different up, something like this maybe, then check them out. They got beers from all over the world. Beersofeurope.co.uk. Beer in the glass then. It looks like a sexy summer beer. It looks light, refreshing and lovely. Nice carbonation rising up the middle of the glass. Slightly hazy with a 2 to 3 finger slightly off white head. It's very slightly. In fact, I'm going to call it a white head. Let's get my nose on this beer then. Oh, and that is really hoppy. Wow, that smells fantastic. It's light and breezy. It's like you're walking through an Italian hayfield with wild flowers all around you. And I am a bit camp today. But that really does. It smells like an Italian field full of flowers you're walking through on a hot summer Italian day. So fresh and floral, and the water smells great. I've got to get into this one. Cheers. Oh my. If this is having Mozkito in your mouth, if this is the feeling, then I don't mind. I don't mind. This Mozkito is great. This is such a refreshing beer. And it was just yesterday I was speaking on one of these online forums to an Italian craft beer kind of enthusiast, and we were talking about Birra del Borgo's Re-Ale and their Re-Ale Extra, saying how fantastic they are and how I'm so terribly disappointed that I can't get their beer in the UK. This more than makes up for it. This is fabulous. Let's give you some flavours. This has either got Cascade or Centennial, or maybe a bit of Citra in there. This beer is full of lovely, aromatic, pungent, grapefruity, kind of fruity vitamin C hops. But it's balanced. There's an element of malt here, a sweet malt, that's kind of moving things along nicely with this brew. I'm so surprised by this. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's the Italian artwork. Maybe it's the way they've labelled this beer. That I've just gone kind of, it's going to be okay. I thought it was going to be okay, but it's fantastic. Perhaps it's the word sexy in there. Perhaps it's that word there that may have slightly put me off a little bit, because I think that's the first time I've come across a beer with the word sexy on the label. But in all honesty, that is exactly what this beer is. It is super sexy. The fact that it's 4% ABV, the fact that it tastes like it's got Italian Alp Alps spring water used in the purification of this beer, just to give it the softest, most amazing, lovely, refreshing, watery kind of taste, is fantastic. But then the malts are great too, the sweet malts. But the big surprise, the big kind of thing that's got me to love this beer, and I mean love this beer, it's really bleeding good, is the hops, the American hops used. It's nice and fruity and peachy and apricotty and full of pale stone fruit and bitter on the back end. It's not one of these beers that's going to rip the back of your palate off with the bitterness. It's not one of them. It's more of a refined Italian beer. It's Italian. I'm gonna send this review to a friend of mine on YouTube, and he's probably going to send it over to his Italian cooking friend who has a channel on YouTube, and hopefully this Italian cooking friend that they have on YouTube will go and buy this from Beers of Europe and try it for himself, and perhaps do a food pairing with it, because it's that good. This beer for me, pardon me, that beer with this lovely floral fruity taste and the carbonation that pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, gets a 9 out of 10. That is a 9 out of 10 beer all day long. Thanks for watching me, Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.